loves. So today is a very special day for me. It is my birthday. And not only that, it is the launch of my podcast. Woohoo! It's funny because this is actually something that I was supposed to do in 2019, and it's almost 2022 and I'm just now doing it, but I'm still doing it, so hey. That's all that matters. If I'm being completely honest with you, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm literally just talking into my phone and hoping that the words will come to me as I talk to you. But yeah, so just want to talk about why it took me so long. 2019 and 2020, I noticed a trend that it was so many people on my social media pages that were talking about being victims of narcissistic abuse. And I've been there before. I know it is some of the most emotionally and mentally challenging times, to say the least. But it also got me thinking about one word that a lot of us don't really use too often. We're not really familiar with it, and that's accountability. And no, I'm not saying that it's your fault what was done to you, but what I am saying is when we continue to hold on to it, at some point in time, it does sort of become our fault. Why are we still holding on to this, So I guess this is just my invitation for you to let go. Let go of the lies, the doubts, the pain, all of that just was placed in you, because when you continue to focus on that and play the blame game, it waters those seeds of doubt that were placed in you, and they begin to grow into this massive tree that blocks your vision. You are no longer able to see you for who you are, but you have to rely on the words, the invalidation that was spoken over you by someone that, truth be told, is actually emotionally and mentally in pain themselves. But the problem is, narcissistic personality disorder is actually the result of someone suffering from those invalidation attacks against them, but they never hold themselves accountable to them. And they begin to force other people to validate them the way this other person never did. And it's usually someone that we hold to a high esteem in our life, like a parent, a teacher, a sibling, someone that's very close to us, because otherwise it wouldn't matter. Like, who cares what a total stranger thinks about us? Unfortunately, some of us do, but majority of us don't typically care about what strangers think about us. And even if a stranger hurts us, our initial reaction might be like, okay, well, that was uncalled for, but overall, it's not something that really sticks with us. But when you really truly love a person and then they invalidate you, it's like, wow. So for me, I had to be brutally honest with myself and admit that me focusing on what was said and spoken over me and done to me and just holding on to that was an excuse for me to not have to try to do anything. I can't do this because of what was done to me. I can't do this because what was said about me. I can't, and after a while, it's kind of like, for a lot of us, that person that invalidated us is long gone out of our lives. And somehow they've discipled us into their web of lies, and we are literally living in their truth about us, which is not even true at all. So as I continue on in this journey towards healing, I guess you can say. I mean, emotional and mental healing is something that really does need to take place. A lot of times we think of healing and we just think of physically healing. And a lot of times when we think of abusive relationships, we only think of physical abuse. But truth be told, it's much easier to heal from a physically abusive relationship than it is an emotionally and mentally abusive relationship. And because the scars they're not visible. And there are some scars that you yourself don't even see, but they're affecting you, you know? And it's only once we start to say, hey, why am I allowing this to continue to affect me? And you really start answering that question honestly, that's when you can start to truly heal. Unfortunately, the majority of us are codependent. We've been taught that from birth to have codependent relationships. We need other people to love us and validate us, so on and so forth. And of course, there's probably someone listening that's like, oh, I don't need people to love me and validate me. And I'm going to go ahead and just say that that's a complete lie. Social media would not be as popular as it is right now if majority of us did not need the love, admiration, and validation from other people. So let's go ahead and let's take the masks off. Let's actually start looking at who we truly are. You know, I'm 38 today. And, you know, when I was younger, I used to hear people that are my age now talk about how they're in a different place mentally and emotionally now that they're, you know, this age. And I used to look at them like, dude, it's just a number, you know, like I was never going to be that person. But now here I am 38 and I'm like, oh my God, I can't do the phony, you know. I even prayed. I said, you know, Abba, I really want all of my relationships going forward. I'm talking about my close, intimate relationships to just be organic. You know, I have this desire for authenticity. You know, just keep it real. I don't want anybody in my life that's wearing a mask. I don't want to be wearing a mask. Just show me who you are. I'm going to show you who I am. So that my prayer going forward is just that we just learn to take these masks off that society has told us that we need to hold firmly in place in order to be accepted. Let's start shedding those masks, you guys, and hold ourselves accountable so that we can loosen the restraints of codependency and just start walking out who we were created to be. You know? Yeah, that's my prayer for us. Because when we are codependent, we kind of set ourselves up to be victimized. The narcissistic personality type is one that looks for codependent people. And the more codependent you are, the more likely you will be targeted. So let's go ahead and disarm it before it even comes our way, you know? And just learn to just be who you are, regardless of what people think or say about you. And most importantly, let's be who God created us to be. His opinion should outweigh the opinion of everyone else, including our own opinions of ourselves. I mean, when you really think about it, who else sent their only son to die for you? Who, out of all these people that have spoken negatively about you, has gotten on a cross for your soul? Shouldn't Yeshua's opinion be the only opinion that matters? So let's go ahead and let's put the mask down and let's just start being honest with each other and with ourselves, okay? Well, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and end it right there. This is so freeing, not being on video. I'm so used to having the YouTube and the IG videos. and just being able to just talk and not worry about, if my face is doing some weird things, because I promise you, my face has a mind of its own, and sometimes I'm not even aware of what it's doing. But just being able to talk and not have to worry about any of that is quite refreshing. So I'll try not to bombard you with 1,000 podcasts a day. Right now, I really don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just trying to get the feels of it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you know of someone that might benefit from this, please, by all means, share it. And I just look forward to talking to you. If you'd like to get in contact with me, you can email me at replenishme.com. replenishme@gmail.com. And that's replenish with an I. So it's RIPLENISH, me@gmail.com. And yeah, let's chat. Okay. All right, loves. Well, you enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my birthday. Whoop, whoop. And this is my first birthday. I do celebrate my second birthday because as a Christian, I am born again. So I do have a second birthday that I celebrate, and that will be in March, which is actually my most important birthday, in my opinion. But yeah, enjoy your evening. And until next time, Shalom Aleichem.